The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is Talkin Cowboys. Streaming live from the Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star in Frisco.
Handoff, Elliott plowing to the goal line. Barry, sacked by Lord. Prescott keeps it, and he bangs it in for the touchdown.
And now, your hosts, Isaiah Stanback, Patrick Walker, and Kyle Yeomans.
It is a Say It With Your Chest Friday here on Talkin Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company, here from the Star in Frisco as we break down the Cowboys and the Lions. We've got predictions. We've got matchups. You can give us a call and be a part of the predictions. 888-855-2297. Plenty to talk about here on this Friday with Patrick No-C Walker, with Isaiah Stanback, Chris Beam in the back. I'm Kyle Yeomans. Glad you're with us, gentlemen.
We're spitting hot fire.
Spitting hot fire.
Like Dylan. Do you know who the 5 best rappers alive are, Kyle?
Who? Who do you think?
Dylan.
Okay.
Dylan. And Dylan.
I think you forgot about Dylan.
You know why?
Because
he spits out fire.
Hot fire. Making the band reference for those things.
Oh, yeah.
Slash David Chappelle.
I've watched that, but I don't think I've watched it in maybe 6 years.
Oh, great. Yeah,
it's been a long time. I got to go run it back.
One of the greatest shows ever. It can never be on TV nowadays, though.
Yeah,
people are
no
too
way.
sensitive.
No.
People are too sensitive.
Yeah.
Just go get the
Comedians
cheesecake.
have it hard nowadays.
Is it streaming anywhere? Like, is it in
Also,
one of those?
I mean, I have it on DVD personally.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that you can find it on YouTube somewhere. Right after you watch Talking Cowboys on YouTube, you probably just go straight to Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, so I'll click the up button, the thumbs up, as everybody should on
Absolutely.
Talking Cowboys on YouTube, and
Absolutely.
then turn around and I would watch Dave Chappelle after that.
Dave Chappelle, there's a number of shows. Watch all the Cowboy shows, actually. Watch all of them. And then once you finish that playlist.
Like and subscribe.
And subscribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And turn your notification bell on.
Our guy Heckma recruited me to be on the Players Lounge today. So if you're not busy, come pop on. It's me. It was him and Barry only, and he was like, "You want to hop over?"
That's
We were
awesome.
doing our high school game last night. He's like, "You want to hop over?"
That show's late for me.
It is a little late.
It's late for me. You're already in the building. You're full-time employee.
Yeah, I can just pop down. It's not a big
You guys
deal.
have offices.
It's late for you. Is that supper time?
That's exactly what that is for me. That's
triangle
You know, we
bell.
was at it at 5 a.m. this morning.
The house on the prairie is supper time.
5 a.m. Hey, man, you know what? I'm a little plug. If you guys don't watch Film Room, you guys might want to check it out because Kyle and myself.
What do you mean? Oh, you're talking to them.
I'm just talking to the people out there that have their ears to the radio right now. If you have not watched Film Room, go watch Film Room. We dropped that. What is it, every Thursday we drop it?
Yeah,
Friday?
Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, so we dropped that. I think we feel
It would be Thursday or Friday. Actually,
Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's up yet, but if it is up, go watch it. We try to tell you every week what to look out for. We try to educate you just a little bit more. Right, so that when you watch the game, you're just the smartest person in the room.
Knowing.
Yeah, cerebral. You know what I mean?
Knowing.
So that you can sit up there with your friends and be like, "Oh, look for this," and they're gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, how'd you even see that?" And you're gonna be like, "Yeah."
And you're going to be like, Dylan.
Yeah, it's funny because there are people that have reached out to me and they say one of their favorite segments that we do all week long is Film Room.
Oh, wow.
If we could put it in this show, I would, but it just doesn't work well for people that are listening. Yeah, so but it's a ton of knowledge, and Isaiah really breaks it down well. He dives into it, and he's getting better and better at using the little machine too, the Telestrator.
That's right.
Along the way, but. Check that out, Film Room. Lots of fun this week and always on DallasCowboys.com. Patrick, we've got some news and notes. Cowboys back out there.
We do?
We got to run into the locker room a little bit yesterday. What's it looking like today?
Okay, so first and foremost, most that are on the injury report for the Cowboys are in fact full. Obviously headlined by Dak Prescott, full again. We said on yesterday we were trying to see if the full designation would transfer over from the walkthrough mock game on Wednesday to the actual full workload on Thursday. It in fact did. Dak Prescott after practice, when he was asked if he's starting against the Lions, he said, "I am," and then he paused, smiled, remembered the gamesmanship, remembered he's not the head coach, and he deferred to McCarthy on that by saying, "I think I am," which was kind of a wink comment. So looks like all signs continue to be pointed towards Dak Prescott.
How did his cleats look? Did his cleats look okay?
Oh, bro.
The drip.
Fire.
He was hydroplaning on the drip. I mean, the Jordan 1s, the Chicago Bulls Jordan 1s, to match the red jersey.
Don't touch me.
Can't touch this. So everyone was full with the exception of Matt Waletzko, the young offensive swing tackle. He suffered a subluxation in training camp. Mm-hmm. The Cowboys were trying to avoid surgery, but it was always on the table. Mm-hmm. It's reoccurred here on yesterday. Surgery is now likely to take place, so there's a very good chance that the Cowboys will not see Matt Waletzko on the field until 2023.
Oh.
That's the only...
Isaiah's looking at me because he's been saying this since we were at training camp, that you might as well redshirt the guy and then let him play next year, get him healthy, get him right. But
I think they're there now.
I played 2 straight years for the Dallas Cowboys with a subluxed shoulder.
Yeah.
I got drafted
you
with a
fought
foot.
through it.
Yeah, I fought through it. I played on all the games it was popping out. It hurts. It freaking hurts. Yeah. And at his position, it's just not doable.
Yeah.
It's
so
not doable.
it sounds like
good valiant effort though.
Yeah,
valiant effort. He showed some heart.
It's going to happen now. So Dak Prescott being one headliner and the other being CeeDee Lamb, which there was no major concern there as far as his hip. Suffered the hip injury on last Thursday. It did not practice last Friday. Was a full go on Sunday against the Eagles. Limited on Wednesday, but he jumped up to full participant on Thursday, which is very, very important. So CeeDee Lamb is a go as well. For those that are wondering about Micah Parsons and that groin, Micah said he is, quote-unquote, super healthy. For those that of us that saw the open portion of practice yesterday, I can attest because every practice before team drills, Bones Fossil has everyone line up and they do a sprint to see who will win, and Micah was involved in the sprint. And came in second, no less. I will not disclose who came in first. Let's leave that to suspense. Let's leave it to suspense.
So
but it saith with your chest Friday.
It is say with your chest Friday. Don't you hold back.
Listen, it's like
don't you freaking hold back. You're all jacked up on Black Rifle Cup.
It's like the Willy Wonka gift where he's like, oh, the suspense is killing me. More, please.
Are you going to take it? Are you going to use it in a point later in the show?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. So my question at this point is...
That's fine. I'll take that.
We've seen Micah banged up a few times now. Right? We've seen Micah banged up a few times. So he's either one of two things. Either he's not as injured as he appears when he's playing in the game, or he just has like this secret serum to get healthy super fast. It's one of the two.
He's got Micah's secret sauce.
So either when he gets banged up in the game, he looks like he's hurting a little bit. Either we just don't take it that serious because it's like, we've seen it a few times now. Or he just has some magic serum that he just puts in his body and heals up within days.
He has sensu beans.
Yeah.
For those that know, he has sensu beans. He ate a couple sensu beans over this weekend. Hopped in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Ooh.
Right. He went full Kakarot.
I have one of those.
Yeah. He went full Kakarot. And he's good to go. I mean, he's really out there running full blown sprints. That tells me that he's completely fine.
The amount of movie and pop culture references that have been thrown around in this opening segment is unbelievable.
Right?
It's been great, though.
Yeah.
So you talk about – it's hard to outline this question because I don't think it's been over-dramatized by Micah Parsons, his injury. I don't think he's out there saying, oh, my gosh, I'm hurt. He's not that guy. He's competitive. He's uber competitive.
He's like, I'm not hurt.
If anything, he's trying to say he's not hurt at that point. But how much does that affect him, or how much has that affected him through these last couple games in your eyes when you're watching the film?
And that's what I'm saying. I don't know how much weight to put on it now, in terms of...
Because he is super healthy.
Yeah, because he's
unquote.
super healthy and he's sprinting now. And anybody who's had a growing injury, which appeared that he had, you're not sprinting like that days later. I don't care, unless you have the magic serum. So again, it leads me to either think, okay, when I see him get banged up in the game, he's not as banged up as he probably appears. Maybe he's like being a little bit dramatic with it, or he has the magic serum.
I think it's more the case where, and as a former athlete, not all growing injuries are equal, so it could have just been that it tightened up on him really, really badly a couple weeks ago, hence, the limping and trying to loosen up on the bike before he eventually got back into the game. And in that case, in the days to follow in practice, they almost followed my recipe of DNP, right? They almost followed it. So for the most part, there's been a lot of rest as far as practices go between those two games, and now he seems to be right where he needs to be. So maybe it wasn't anything major, but in the moment it tightened up, needed a little bit, some days of rest, and goes from there. But again, it's definitely tiger milk. He's drinking the tiger milk. There it is. Pow. There it is. It's one thing for a competitor like Michael Parsons to say he's super healthy, but to have the evidence of seeing him running those full sprints in a friendly competition, Micah's just fine. If you had to run a full sprint against Kyle Humans, would you win?
Oh, that's not even close. I would absolutely win that.
He'd get lapped. On a 40.
Lap?
You would lap Kyle?
Let's not get carried away.
I'd make it to the 40, come back, and then run it again.
You would do like the Muhammad Ali, before the lights went up?
Yeah. No. Wow. I'd turn around and go Dion.
Are you hearing this, Beamer?
Just backpedal it.
You hearing this?
Not the case.
Wow, no C would destroy KY
this
in
is
a 40.
A pitcher versus
he
an
would beat me.
outfielder.
He's quicker than I am.
Pitcher versus an outfielder.
I am a pitcher.
Is it even close?
No, seriously, pitcher versus an
outfielder. Would you even put it like in the same stratosphere?
Okay, I'm exaggerating. I'm sure he has some speed on. But
how many steps would you beat him by?
Do you have shoes on?
I got.
We can race outside. You want to?
In the break? How many steps
you want
to
race outside in the break?
Were you talking one step? We talking like 5 steps? Like how many steps?
Car length.
A car length. That's a lot in a 40.
Yeah, I would probably give him a car length.
A car length.
Yeah, I may be able to keep it decently close by that point, but probably not.
He's quick. People in Twitterverse, I want you guys to put how many stride lengths would no C beat KY by?
Is it a KY stride length or is it a no C stride length? Because that's a question. Two different questions.
Go back to the picture.
Back to the pitcher versus the outfielder, right? Randy Johnson over here.
No, but hey, Beamer, Beamer, how much would you put on that? How many stride lengths do you think no C wins by?
Oh God, I don't know, 2 or 3.
Oh, thanks, Beam. Appreciate you.
That's close.
It's 40s. It's quick, though.
40s are quick.
40s are quick.
We're going to have to test this out. We're going to have to get out there. We may put it on Twitter later, Patrick. I feel like there's some content we can make
out of this. Get the ice ready.
I was going to say, we doing it today.
I'm going to pull a hammy.
We got to prep.
So, speaking of speed and speaking of new challenges, I was asked this morning on a radio call, and I really liked the question. I was already planning on bringing it up, but he asked me, and I didn't really have a great answer for it. Where is the usage on offense for one Cavante Turpin, and how could they use him on offense? Because Simi Fehoko been put on IR. They elevated Jalen Tolbert at least from an inactive, borderline inactive to a must-have active, which is good for a third-round pick, but still we probably need to have that conversation at some point. But where could Cavante Turpin play a role in this offense, Patrick? Because you look at his speed and his explosiveness as a returner, can't they try and give the ball in space or give him the ball in space and allow him to work side to side and try and get north to south a little bit more?
They absolutely can. We saw it. We saw kind of a semblance of it in training camp.
Sure.
Right? You saw it in the scrimmage against the Los Angeles Chargers. He's shown that he was able to take the top off of the opposing defense. I wonder if that's going to be a thing more now than it has been, and of course it has not been because Dak Prescott is back.
Okay.
So, you saw, if you go back and watch some of the film, if you watch Film Room, right, then you'll notice there are times when Cavante Turpin is not only on the field for the offense, but he's downfield giving smoke to a defensive back, but Cooper just wasn't delivering that ball to him. If that happens with Dak Prescott in the center, that ball is on the way. So I think definitely they'll be able to, initiate Cavante Turpin in that aspect as well. And I think it needs to happen because you talk about Jalen Tolbert. Yes, he's active now. He's more of a special teams guy at the moment, early in his career. So we're not going to, be hyperbolic and start talking about, no, we're not doing that. But he does have some more development that needs to happen. Simi Fehoko, as you stated, on IR. Cowboys have their top 3. Who's the 4? Who's the 5? I just wonder, and this is me wondering out loud again, but I also wondered it out loud to Bones a few weeks ago before the season got underway. I said, hey, in training camp, we saw what Cavante Turpin can be offensively. what's the risk management there? Like, what's the conversation between you and Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore as far as getting him on offense, but understanding that if he were to get injured on offense, how devastating it would be to special teams.
Because he is such a weapon.
Right, so I wonder if
regard.
that's an aspect of the conversation as well.
I don't know if I've ever heard of a special teams weapon being held out from offense. You hear it all the time on the other side, an offensive weapon being held out on special teams, but now it's flip-flopped. But that's just a credit to what Turpin does.
So you have to think about it from this position. If you have Turpin, listen, I'm a Turpin fan, obviously, but if you put Turpin in the game, you're either going a 4-receiver set or you're taking Noah Brown off the field. So that's what people need to understand when you're talking about incorporating Turpin into this offense. You're literally going to take a very viable receiver off of the field, or you're going a 4-receiver set and you're not protecting your quarterback nearly as much. So you have to see what is more important, and then you have to say, okay, how frequently can we get him involved in the offense? Because we can't just put him out there whenever we want to get the ball to him, because now that's an alert. The ball's going to Turpin. So you have to find a way to have him involved in the offense at least, 10 plays out the game, so that every time he's in there, you're not keying in on him. Right. He has to be able to go out there and block. He has to be able to go out there and run a route. He has to be able to be out there and be a threat in the screen game. That's where I think he's best utilized right now, is being there as a bubble screen, going to a 3-by-1 set, 3 receivers out to one side, him being the inside guy, and him being able to run the bubble off of a RPO type offense, which now you can run because now you have Dak back. So I think the opportunity is more prevalent now than it had been with Cooper Rush, but still, majority of the time, you're going to run a 3-receiver set with this Dallas Cowboys offense. That's what they want to get to. They want to be a 11 personnel team, 1 tight end, 1 running back, 3 wide receivers. That's what they want to do. They've been doing a lot of 12 because they've been protecting Cooper Rush. Right. And if you go to 11, well, Noah Brown comes over here and sit on the sideline while we put Kevontae Turpin in.
As I said, don't take his wide receiver 1 off the field.
Exactly.
Any more than necessary.
Exactly.
Do you think they go a little bit more 11 this week because of how, 1, the matchup works out with Detroit, but 2, your offensive line's actually been playing better, and 3, your quarterback can move around a little bit?
I think they go 11 personnel because I think against the Detroit Lions, it gives you better numbers in the box to run the ball.
Okay.
The Detroit Lions, when you spread your receivers out, they widen with your receivers. Right? They have to. They're not going to sit in the box and allow for you to get the edge in terms of leverage with your receivers. Okay, so they will widen their defenders out towards your trip side or your dual side, which then, in short, creates a smaller box, 5-man box, 6-man box for your offensive linemen. So now you're taking your 5 offensive linemen and your tight end, you're blocking up those 5 or 6 defenders in the box, which gives Zeke or Pollard an opportunity to run on air or have a one-on-one matchup with the safety, which we hope that they can win.
Fantastic point. And then kind of circling back to how to utilize Kevontae Turpin, those that are asking to see more Turpin need to understand exactly what they're asking. And it not that it's a negative thing that you're seeking it, because, hey, we're seeking it as well. We want to see it as well. But you have to do it the right way. So one of the right ways is most certainly to utilize him at times as a decoy, so that when they start believing he's a decoy, all of a sudden that's the play where he's the weapon. Right? But then you also have to understand he's not one of the top 3. So you mentioned that specifically, Isaiah. So if you're talking about getting Turpin involved more often, then you're probably talking about more 4 and maybe even 5, which is a spread set. But if you're spreading, then you don't have a halfback, right? You don't have a running back, which means you're right. So now you can't really account for the extra protection that Dak Prescott might need, especially coming off of this injury. You need to be cautious with that. But again, the Cowboys, can they figure it out? I believe that they can. I believe that they eventually will. Hopefully it starts as soon as Detroit. But I say all that to say there's a way to get Kevontae Turpin involved, but careful that it doesn't start taking you away from what everybody should agree that needs to happen, which is you still need to lean on this run game. And if you start going more 4 and 5, then you're kind of getting away from that, and you're taking that extra protection away from Dak Prescott.
You know what I like to see on 3rd down? I'm a crazy man, though.
You are a little crazy, I'm crazy. I like it.
Okay, I would like to see our 3 receivers, okay, and I would like to see Tony Pollard and Turpin in the backfield and split back set.
That's hot chip challenge right there.
Because now, even if they go dime personnel, you're still coming out the backfield and have favorable matchups with him having option routes out the backfield. You can run one guy on a swing route. You can run them both on option routes right over the middle of your line. And now all of a sudden you're giving both of those guys options to get the ball underneath short, high precision passes, and then they can get that yak yardage. It's just a nice little curveball, little change up.
That sounds like fun on like 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7.
Absolutely.
If it's 3rd and 1. Give 21 the ball and run the football. Go straight through the chute. Yeah. But if you're in like a 3rd and medium-ish, I can see that. That'd be fun.
Because you don't have to worry about them protecting.
And you can motion one of those guys out if you want.
Absolutely.
You can bring them back in. You can kind of do a little bit of a coverage discovery.
You can create a 5-by-1 set if you really wanted to. Mm-hmm. Sorry, 4-by-1 set.
Yeah,
you can come out there and you'll have your one receiver to the left, you can have 2 receivers to the right, and all of a sudden you have these guys in the split back, and then you motion one guy out to the same side as the other running back, quote unquote running back, and now you have a 4-by-1 set. Usually you're going to out leverage whatever team you're playing against.
Yeah, and if they're in man and you motion out like that, and then you see them chase their man pre-snap, which puts them almost in quarters.
Now you got CD backside.
You got CD backside and or Dak's legs, if you're talking about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Twinkle toes.
There you go. Green's in front of you.
Little
Dak,
Barney Rubble.
Take off and I tried it. What's the Flintstone sound?
yeah, that's good. No, I liked it. As soon as you did it, I thought Flintstones. So that's good. Okay, let's add that to the Talkin Cowboys playbook. So whenever that pops up, we will take full credit for it.
Just give me a check, Kellen Moore.
Appreciate you, Kellen, for listening to the show week in and week out. We love giving you ideas here. Let's take our first break. When we come back, we'll give our matchups to watch this week. There are plenty of them to go around. Even though the Cowboys feel like they're the better team on paper, there are some even matchups that you want to keep an eye on heading into this matchup with the Detroit Lions coming up on Sunday. It's Talkin Cowboys presented by Black Rifle Coffee, and we'll continue in a moment.
When you build, you start with the foundation. And home ownership is a foundation of a stable future. The Bank of America Community Home Ownership Commitment has helped over 34,000 people lay the groundwork so far, with up to $10,000 towards your down payment or 3% of the purchase price, whichever is less. The satisfaction of owning your own place can become a reality. Visit bankofamerica.com/homeowner to learn more. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America N.A. Equal Housing Lender. Credit and collateral is subject to approval. Restrictions apply. This is not a commitment to lend.
Did you get to work on time?
Yeah, but I just realized it's Sunday.
Little Sweet says head on home. Dr. Pepper's on its way. So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you invest your nest egg in an NFT?
Yeah, and I don't even know what that is. It's a non-fungible token.
Everyone's done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. It's not complicated.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Are you ready to take coffee off your grocery list forever? Black Rifle Coffee Club is here to help. As a coffee club member, you'll get your favorite coffees roasted, packaged, and shipped to your door free of charge on your preferred schedule. Set it, forget it, and never run low on coffee again. Members also get exclusive deals on coffee, products, and discounts from partner brands. Ease your mind and let Black Rifle worry about your coffee supply. Go to blackriflecoffee.com to join the coffee club today.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
NFL Plus is here, which means no matter where you are, this is how you football. Get live, local, and primetime regular season and postseason games on your phone or your tablet for game replays and a whole lot more. Go to plus.nfl.com and start your free trial of NFL Plus today. Back here on Talkin Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee Company on this Say It With Your Chest Friday. Patrick No-C Walker. We've got Isaiah Stanback. I'm Kyle Yeomans. Patrick, I just want to give you an opportunity. Mm-hmm. That's a Detroit Lions blue Cowboys hat. Now, it's a sick hat. And it matches the shoes, by the way, which are also pretty awesome.
I would never disrespect you like that, Kyle.
Dude, you wore purple in studio so many times.
You know why? Because purple is a king's color, Kyle.
Okay.
It's my university.
It is royalty.
It's my university,
but
man.
he did it. He did it in Vikings week.
Not when you play Minnesota.
He totally did this last year.
I'm purple in my blood. I wore purple in high school. I wore purple in college. Purple and gold, matter of fact.
You got the gold on right now.
Come on, man.
There you go.
Come on, royalty.
I just want to give you an opportunity.
Defend yourself there, sir.
Because somebody, I saw it on Twitter.
Myself
Ooh,
when this,
that's what I'm talking about. Say it with your chest.
I don't have to defend
I wanted
myself.
to get that reaction.
First
out
of all, I
you.
don't have to defend myself.
Show him the line on the ring.
Right.
Show him the
there
ring.
You go. Like, come on now.
Yes, sir.
So that's first of all. First of all,
Uh-huh.
I don't have to defend. I have to defend myself. Second of all, this is authentic Dallas Cowboys apparel.
Yes, it is.
So the team, the organization, has created this merchandise.
Please go purchase this.
I am supporting the team.
Hot fire, son.
But for me, it's kind of a hybrid. It's supporting the team, and it's reminding everyone of the challenge ahead, which is don't take this team for granted. And the team itself will not, but for fans, I'm speaking to fans specifically, don't take this Detroit Lions team for granted. The offense. I love what Ezekiel Elliott said yesterday when he was asked about the ability of the Cowboys to run versus a very bad run defense in the Detroit Lions. And Zeke basically said, the statistics are statistics. He said, but this is the NFL, and we could walk in there Sunday, and that run defense could play out of their minds.
Facts.
So he was like, so we have to approach them the same way we approached Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, same way they approached the Cincinnati Bengals. And he's right. He's 100% right. So, but for the fans, don't take the Lions for granted. Just, believe that this team needs to go in there and handle their business. But, it's not a coincidence, but it also doesn't require explanation. What's understood doesn't have to be
Is that a snapback or fitted?
This is 950. It's a snapback.
It's a snapback, okay.
So the locks
I'm with you. I was wondering. I was going to
the locks
be very impressed if that was a fitted.
It is a sweet hat. I just wanted.
I have it in the fitted version as well.
Somebody on Twider was like, "Take that hat off," and I was like, "It's actually a sweet hat, and it's actually for a good reason."
Notice the star that's on the front?
I don't know.
I don't know. Can't win.
Yeah, whatever. By the way, somebody tweeted, Mario from South Texas tweeted, and he tweeted a picture of
a video.
Yeah, it was a GIF of a lineman trying to chase after a wide receiver and diving at the end zone. He said that's going to be me trying to dive after Patrick Walker on the 40.
This might be a silly question. What does GIF stand for?
I think it's just the file name at the end of what it is.
No, that's the format name, but I think it stands for something.
It has to. I would imagine it stands for something.
I would say that F stands for file. See, now we got.
I didn't want to be the only one I didn't know. See?
First of all, is it GIF or GIF?
It's GIF, I think, but I've always said GIF.
It's a graphic interchange format.
There you go.
There you go, Beamer. I see you with the hot fire.
I say GIF though. I'm going.
I always
I'm
do
definitely
it too.
going GIF.
All right, let's talk about some matchups to watch this week. Isaiah, you've had some matchups circled between the Cowboys and the Lions. Who you got this week?
Yeah, I'm looking at the tight end position, Kyle. I think tight ends on both sides. Do we see a resurgence of Dalton Schultz? Do we see the Ferguson show? Do we see the Hendershot show? Do we see that their two rookies take over? Or does Schultz all of a sudden get that, he got that secret serum. He got that same serum that Michael Parsons got. Yeah, that Sensu bean. And now because Dak's back, and he shows back up, and he's like, ta-da, I'm the Dalton Schultz that you guys franchise tagged.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing? so are we going to see that Dalton Schultz? Because we haven't seen him this year. He's been incognito. All right. Or do we see Hockenson go off? And does he take on, J-Ron Kearse? J-Ron Kearse has been, him and his committee have done an amazing job against some really good tight ends this year. Some really freaking good tight ends. You got Auden out of University of Washington, but he plays in Tampa now. Who do we have over in Cincinnati? We had
Hurst.
Hayden Hurst. Okay, you've had Higbee. Hey, they've done a great job of shutting down tight ends. So these guys they're legit in the secondary in terms of being able to lock those guys up. But here comes a young talent that can do it all. He can block. He can run block, he can pass block, and he can run routes and catch balls and make big plays in the red zone. So I think both sides have challenges in that regard at that particular position.
I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to, and if this can if the Cowboys player I'm about to mention can delete the Lions player I'm about to mention, then the Lions are really in dire straits. I mean, they already are, but this is going to basically be ball game. Tyler Smith versus Aiden Hutchinson. Rookie on rookie crime.
Ooh.
Rookie on rookie crime.
I didn't even think about the rookie storyline with that.
That's why I'm here for the
I
science.
love that.
I got you on the science. I want
What
to see.
What pick was he?
He's number 2.
Hutchinson? Yeah.
Disrespectful.
Yeah, right.
How dare them pick him ahead of him?
Right, there we go. We got
23 teams passed over Tyler Smith. He's taking a chip on his shoulder.
Got to.
Rookie on rookie crime, 2 first-round picks. Tyler Smith looks great. Aiden Hutchinson started off hot. He's kind of cooled down. This is a big game. He's going to want to kind of ramp up for that, obviously. I just want to see it. I need it. I need it. I crave it. I want to see Tyler Smith going against.
What's your projection with that?
Tyler wins.
Just about to ask that.
Tyler wins. Tyler wins.
What percentage of the time?
100% of the time.
Oh, my.
So Aiden doesn't get one.
I don't think Hutchinson gets a sack against Dak Prescott. I don't think he does. And if he does, it won't be because Tyler. Maybe Tyler, helmet tap, needed a cup of water.
You guys should ask Tyler.
Josh Ball comes in, and then
after practice, if you guys have access,
and then Aiden gets a sack on Josh Ball.
You should ask that. Say, hey, are you looking forward to this matchup against the number 2 overall pick this year?
Consider it done.
Ooh, you got to say it like that though. The number 2. What number pick were you again?
Consider it done.
Okay. What number was he?
Well, there's no availability today other than the conference call, and so we don't know just yet if Tyler will be the call. But if I happen to see him grabbing some lunch,
yes,
I'll kind of tap Rook on the shoulder and ask.
Tyler Smith with 210 pass blocking snaps. He's allowed 3 sacks and 7 hurries, 13 total pressures this season. His efficiency is 96%.
I'll take
so he's
that.
been pretty good.
13
The biggest
6 games.
Yeah,
that's pretty
good for a starting left tackle as a rookie. That's actually phenomenal. But I'm also looking at penalties. He's up there in the league in terms of 5 penalties this year, so that definitely hurts. I'm also trying to look at out of the starting left tackles, he's one of the higher graded offensive rookies in the league. I think he is. Let me see. He would be the 4th highest graded left tackle rookie behind Ika Mekwonu, who was a top 5 pick, Braxton Jones, who's just kind of come out of nowhere for Chicago, and then Jamari Sawyer, from Ohio State, who's playing with the Chargers. He got thrusted into there late anyway. So out of your left tackles, those guys have been playing the best, and Tyler Smith's right up there. He's been playing really well.
I want to see it. I need it. I don't think Hutchinson might get a pressure. I'm not saying he won't get a pressure because he
probably will.
Yeah, that's completely disrespectful. I think he'll get a couple pressures, but I don't think he will get hands on Dak Prescott, not if Tyler Smith is lined up against him. But I want to see it. I got to have it. 2 first-round picks. Yeah, let's go.
You know the guy that's graded right above Tyler Smith at this point in the season? Tyler Linderbaum, the other guy I really wanted on the draft show. I wanted Tyler Linderbaum so bad, but that's okay. I like Tyler Biadasz too. My matchup
a lot of Tylers. Tyler. So that's 3 Tylers and a Tyrant.
No creative.
Yeah.
No. The Cowboys front office has a type in their offensive lineman. Tyler Frederick, Tyler Biadasz, Tyler Smith, Tyron Smith. So my matchup I'm looking out for is Ezekiel Elliott versus this front 7.
Okay.
I think this is a game where they can continue to utilize Zeke. I got a chance to talk to him yesterday, and I basically asked him, how have you continued to improve? How has the ground game gotten better as the season's gone along? And he said, sticking with it. He didn't say anything of, we've been in the weight room. We've been practicing hard. He said, sticking with the run game. That's the key for this run game getting better as the season's gone along. And I kind of like that answer because when Dak Prescott comes back, it's been a storyline. Will the play calling change? Will they go over the top more? Will they throw the football far more than they really need to? Or is it going to stick to the same kind of recipe that they had done with with Cooper Rush at quarterback? So my matchup is Ezekiel Elliott running right into the teeth of that Detroit Lions defense. I think he has 100 yards this game. I really do.
I think so, too. I would agree with that. Do you still hear the murmurs? Right? It's Halloween time. You can hear things around.
The whispers.
Do you still hear the murmurs and the whispers of people saying that Zeke has lost a step? Zeke's not what he used to be.
Those are going away.
Oh, I don't hear them anymore.
Yeah.
It's crazy. He just continues to fall forward and get first downs. It's kind of weird.
He's not the same tailback that he once was.
That he once was 7 years ago? No, of course not.
Yeah, but he still does his job exceptionally well.
Exceptionally well.
He does what he needs to do really well. Yeah. Pass blocking, check.
Yeah.
Running strong, check. Falling forward, check. Running people over, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Double check, if anything. Discount double check. No, I just can't say that.
People's just, their expectations are just so
But here's what makes it even better for the Cowboys. The Cowboys, for the most part, have obviously, I mean, there's been some times where not so much, but there have been the majority of these first 6 games, they've been successful on the ground. And this is with going against opposing defenses that, no disrespect to Cooper Rush, but they're simply not scheming for Cooper Rush's arm like they will have to scheme for Dak Prescott's arm. And now with Dak Prescott back, you have to account for that, which means you can't really stack the box to stop this run game like you would like to. And that's going to further open up the lanes. And so, yeah, I'll say this with my chest. I don't only believe Zach. I don't only believe Zeke gets a 100-yard game. Give me 130. Give me 130.
130 for Zeke?
Yeah, give me
From Zeke by himself.
Yeah, give me 130.
Not the backfield, but Zeke.
Yeah, Zeke. Give me 130.
Man, I'm going to be so hype if that actually happens.
Yeah, give me 130 and a tutty.
And a tutty.
And a tutty.
Get after it,
Tony's going to get involved. I think Tony's going to get hit. Tony gets a tutty, but I think Tony's is going to be a receiving tutty out of the backfield. Okay. So maybe, he gets 50 on the ground, becomes one of the primary receivers by the end of the game. 65, 70
in the
air.
For the whole offense, how many total yards are you
for the whole offense. Listen, you know what? Forget it. Say it with the chest. Just 400-yard offensive game.
Let's go. I like it.
Let's go. 400.
I'm glad you joined the club.
Yeah, 400.
You didn't say yesterday. You
I
said
was trying to get you to
350.
400. You said 350.
did not jump out of the cake, and you said 350. You're like, I was thinking about 400.
You can't handle me jumping out the cake. Just saying. It's going to be a little bit more than Tiger Bill.
He goes, we're going to break. That's it. When we come back, we've got predictions. We've got DraftKings. We've got a lot of stuff. Give us a call, 888-855-2297 if you want to be a part of our Pick'em segment. We've got plenty more to come here on Talkin Cowboys when we come back right after this.
God.
Todd thought it would be secure to jog in the cheetah savanna. Todd believed the big cat repellent he bought online was reliable. And now, Todd is trying to be faster than this cheetah that can run 80 miles per hour. But the good news is, Todd has AT&T 5G that is fast, reliable, and secure. And he learned the best thing to do is stop running and toss her the backpack with the beef stew. AT&T 5G. Fast, reliable, secure. It's not complicated.
5G requires compatible plan and device. 5G may not be available in your area. See att.com/5G for you for details.
Black Rifle Coffee Company serves premium coffee to people who love America. When you drink Black Rifle coffee, you are directly supporting veterans, law enforcement, and first responders in your community. Black Rifle's expert roasters love coffee almost as much as Texas loves football, so it makes sense that America's Coffee partnered with America's team. Go online at blackriflecoffee.com and fuel up with the official coffee of the Dallas Cowboys. That's blackriflecoffee.com to fuel up today.
Lil Sweet! Did you get to work on time?
Yeah, but I just realized it's Sunday.
Lil Sweet says head on home. Dr. Pepper's on its way. So sweet, unique. Baby, there's nothing better. I bet you've probably done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper. Did you invest your nest egg in an NFT?
Yeah, and I don't even know what that is. It's a non-fungible token.
Everyone's done something that deserves a Dr. Pepper.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
Back to Talkin Cowboys.
Miller Lite is proud to bring you Q Barbecue Fest Dallas, located at the Miller Lite House at AT&T Stadium. Join your Cowboys from November 4th through the 6th for some of the best barbecue in the country. Get your tickets today, SeatGeek.com, the official ticketing provider of AT&T Stadium.
Do they have corn?
I'm sure they've got corn.
Then I'm there.
You know what goes great with Miller Lite? Black Rifle.
And tiger milk.
And
and whatever
milk.
Isaiah was talking about in the last
Whatever was in that cake with Isaiah.
Don't want that cake.
Man, that sounds like such a fun event. I love barbecue. That's like high on my list.
Can you barbecue,
love
though?
Barbecue. Yeah, I do. I have a smoker. I've got I did a brisket last week. My barbecue mentor is sitting in that room. It's
Beamer.
Chris Beam. That dude
right.
can smoke some barbecue.
Well, let's freaking have a turkey smoke-off. It's coming up. I mean, we're talking 5 weeks
Listen,
out.
you were talking about the verses in the 40-yard dash.
Let's talk about
that's
the
a
real
barbecue.
verses.
Let's
Why
talk
does
about the
everybody want to
barbecue
challenge
verses.
me? I'm just here
knows
trying
I
to
get
live
on
my
the grill.
life.
Let's talk about the barbecue
I might not be a
verses.
meat eater anymore, but I still know how to fire up the grill.
Within the last 24 hours,
Stand back.
within the last 24 hours, Beam has challenged me to cornhole. Patrick has challenged me to a 40, and Isaiah has challenged me to a turkey cook-off. Well, do I just look like a friendly
fair,
challenge or an easy victory? What do I look
I think
like?
it's a flannel, man. I think it's flannel's doing it for me today.
To be fair, I didn't challenge you.
Yeah,
the
Isaiah.
challenge was placed upon
I'm
me.
always about
Isaiah, and I
elevating my
accept it.
guys, man. I want my guys. You don't get elevate. You don't elevate in life unless you're challenged.
I didn't.
You know who elevated this week?
Who that?
Dak Prescott.
Woo!
Back to the active roster, and he's on our DraftKings players to watch this week. You can play for free for over $1 million with a deposit on DraftKings.com. Dak Prescott, 6,700, but he's going up against the bottom 3 defensive rank in the NFL. Ezekiel Elliott, he's $6,000, but he's going against the bottom 2 rank in terms of stopping the run. Dalton Schultz, 3,600, a little bit cheaper this week for Schultzy, but it might be a value pick. And then the Cowboys defense, $4,000. Their pricing went up a little bit, but I have been informed that they are the number 1 ranked defense playing at noon. So if you're playing in that noon time slot, you could go and use them for the Cowboys moving into that noon slot. Patrick, who you got your eye on this week?
You know what? I'm going with Doughty. I'm going to go with Doughty. I mentioned on Media Mash on yesterday that Doughty was the player that I needed to see more from. Dak Prescott is now back. If Schultz is healthier or close to healthy, I think this is the game where he reminds everyone that, he has the chemistry with Dak and he was his top target.
I don't disagree with you. However, I'm going to continue with our defense simply because of the fact that I don't think that Jared Goff can go out there and do what he's been doing to other teams, because I think that Dallas, and after watching the interview from Vander Esch this week, where he was visibly angry
This is what I was saying
about the
yesterday.
run game, you mentioned it, right? But seeing him, you ever seen somebody angry and their lip twinge, like just a little quiver? His lip was quivering. He was so angry
In a bad way.
In a bad way.
A wolf hunter, no less.
Yeah, like that dog that you just don't know that's looking at you because he don't know you either. Like that's what Vander Esch was looking like the other day. And I think that they're going to shut down the running game of the Detroit Lions. And we already know if they shut down the running game of the Detroit Lions, now you're forcing Jared Goff to put this thing in the air. I don't think their receivers are good enough to beat our DBs, 40-plus attempts. So I'm going with the defense.
Okay, I like it. I'm going to go with Ezekiel Elliott. We just talked about how I think he's going to go over 100 yards. I'm going with him with $6,000.
$6,000?
Go put it on there. Yeah, it's a little pricey, but I think it's worth it this week. I think he can make things happen. All right, time to make some picks this week. And right now, we have got some updates. I went 3-2 last week. I went 4-2 last week. No, 3-3. Sorry, I forgot to write it down, but I picked the Cowboys.
Are you cooking the books over there?
No, I forgot to write it
That's
down.
what that smell is.
No, I forgot to write it down. I'm sorry. Patrick went 3-3. Rob and the fans both went 2-4. Rob in his final week as a picker. So me and Patrick even last week. Rob and the fans even last week. Where did Isaiah sit? He had himself a week. Woo! Went 4-2.
Let's freaking go, boys.
And he retakes the lead from Rob Phillips in our pick'em standings this week moving forward. So we've got some games to pick, and we've got our guest picker this week after Mario went 2-4 last week. We'll see if Bobby in West Dallas can get the job done. Bobby, how's it going? You're on Talkin Cowboys.
Man, what's going on, man? How y'all doing, man?
What's good with you, Bobby, man?
Bobby's world.
It
man,
is.
everything good, man. I can't even believe I'm on with y'all, man. How's everybody, man?
Man, you on this thing, man. Let's see what you talking
Shouts
about
out
in terms
to
of
West
these picks,
Dallas.
baby.
Are you ready to roll?
I'm ready to roll, man. I want to give a shout-out to the City of Dallas Sanitation Department, man. Folks, get started, man. My co-workers,
Yeah, we appreciate y'all.
No doubt about that. That is awesome. All right. Here we go, Bobby. We're going to let you start things off. This is the Colts coming off of a win last week against the Titans. Both teams with 3 wins this season. Both teams underachieving to this point. Bobby, who you got?
Okay, well, I'm going to go with the Colts, bro.
Okay, Colts on the road. Isaiah?
No, I'm going with the Titans.
Titans at home.
I'll go with the Titans at home.
I'm gonna roll with Bobby here. Give me the Colts on the road to get the win in Nashville. All right, this one somewhere a toilet flushed, as Heckma Harrison would like to say. The 1-3-1 Houston Texans taking on the 1-4 Las Vegas Raiders. Oh, yeah. Raiders trying to find their groove. They are a little bit desperate. I'm gonna take Las Vegas at home at Allegiant Stadium to get the job done. Isaiah?
Vegas is a team you really don't want to face. They just had a span of bad luck. They've had some really close games. Yeah. Give me Vegas all day.
For all those reasons, give me Vegas.
All right, Bobby?
Go with the Raiders. Go with the Raiders.
The Raiders across the board. Chiefs at, wait for it, the Christian McCaffrey-led San Francisco 49ers. What a trade that was yesterday.
Amazing. John Lynch is doing his thing.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan has Debo and Christian McCaffrey to work with now.
Panthers got the dub in that one.
Huh?
I said Panthers got the dub in that trade.
Second round, third round, fourth round. They basically got an entire draft. I think it's great for the Panthers.
For a running back that can't stay healthy.
Has not stayed healthy.
Right. It's a win-win for both sides, I think.
He doesn't play in this game. No. However, that we saw what they did in the playoffs last year. It's not a team that you want to face at that point in time in the season.
No, sir. So, yeah. So give me the Chiefs in this one. I'm going to take Kansas City on the road against San Francisco. 49ers playing better, but we'll see what they can do at some point later on. Chiefs are just too good right now.
Yeah, I'm going with the Chiefs. I went against them last week, and correctly so. The Bills did what they needed to do, but I'm back on Mahomes' pause this week.
Bobby, who you got?
Fellas, I'm going to go with the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs.
Chiefs, Isaiah?
Mahomie.
Mahomie, you're going with the Chiefs too. Okay, so Chiefs across the board. Steelers at the Dolphins. This is somehow turned into a really intriguing matchup. Very evenly matched. Steelers got a big win last week against Tampa Bay. Isaiah, we'll start with you.
One more time?
Steelers at the Dolphins.
Dolphins. Tua's back.
You're not going to make your dolphin noise?
Nope, not today.
Not this. No. You're not that confident?
No, I don't want him to get his tackled.
Okay. Yeah, well, I was going to say, I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
Might take a little bit first quarter maybe to get his timing back again with that receiver core, but it'll come back.
They come up.
It'll come back.
I'm not going to try and make a dolphin noise, but give me Miami. Bobby, who you got?
Man, I was hoping Isaiah made the dolphin noise.
Letting the people down, Isaiah.
Going with the Steelers, you said, Bobby?
I'll go with the Steelers, yeah.
Steelers, okay. There you go. All right, Bears at the Patriots. Of course, the Bears playing the Cowboys next week, and they are on the road to the Patriots, who all of a sudden have found some light with Western Kentucky quarterback Bailey Zappi. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Give me the Zap attack.
The Zap attack. The Patriots get it done?
Zap.
It's still Zappy hour, so going with
that needs to be trademarked by Bailey. If he hasn't done it yet, I'll get in touch. There you go. Give me the Pats at home. I think they get it done. Bobby?
Everybody on the same page, man. I'm going with the page.
All right, and here we go. Cowboys hosting the Detroit Lions at AT&T Stadium. The Cowboys have actually dominated the Lions as of late. The Detroit side has not won at AT&T Stadium since 2011. So what happened in that game? Megatron went off. He had 330 yards receiving, second best. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer now.
We got drafted together.
Did you? You and Megatron?
I have actually a pretty cool story about him.
That was a long day for Brandon Cole.
Well, you missed it. We're in Lions Week, and we haven't had a chance to hear your story.
It was quick. It was during the Combine, and I got called out to go do extra testing for my heart. So that's not the thing you want to have done in the Combine. So I'm concerned and worried. So they walked me back to this room where we hop on a treadmill, and it's a very dark room, and you're all lonesome by yourself. And I'm like, crap, man, this is it, man. I'm not going to get drafted. And they opened the door up, and Calvin Johnson's in there doing his stress test, too. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'm good.
They took Isaiah back to Area 51.
Exactly what it was.
Yeah, no doubt. And the Indy Convention Center, those deep, dark halls back there.
I didn't like that at all.
Yeah. All right, Bobby, who you got? Cowboys and the Lions coming up on Sunday.
Man, I still see Isaiah still making a bad picks, man. It's Heckma, man. I'm sick of it, man. I can't do
this. Is Heckma.
Yeah, man. I can't do it no more, man. Hey, you know what? Isaiah, why you didn't give me the dolphin noise, dog? I only called because I wanted to hear the dolphin noise, bro.
No, what's up, Hank?
I could tell from Beam's voice earlier that there was something up.
Set up.
There was something up.
Set up.
You even gave him a shout out.
I did. I even mentioned him in the show. And I
thought you knew it was him at that point.
I should have known from the energy alone. I should have known.
Shout out to the Dallas Sanitation Department. Was good though. That was good.
That was really good.
We take it out the trash, baby. We take it out.
What's up, Heckma?
Quality.
Wait, what he do, man? How y'all doing this morning, man?
Pretty good. That's really funny.
Man, y'all, come on. Hey, Isaiah, who I'm picking?
All right, it's not even a question. You pick a D-Town all day long. All day long.
Y'all know what time it is. We take it out the trash, fellas.
Oh.
That's all we do. We take it out the trash this Sunday at 12 o'clock, man. You know what
That's
it is.
awesome. Well done, Heckma. Very, very well done. Thanks for calling. And
AKA
I guess
Bobby from West Dallas.
Bobby from West Dallas gets it done. I didn't even. Whenever you said West Dallas, Chris, I was like, is West Dallas even a thing? I had to go look it up. I was thinking like Addison or whatever.
West Dallas is a thing, Kyle.
It's a
yes,
thing.
It is.
All right, Heckma. We'll see you later today on the Players Lounge.
Kyle Yeoman's on the Players Lounge later today.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. All right, see you, Heckma.
Peace.
Gosh, Heckma, come on, man. That was so good.
You'll be on with B in Ohio as well this afternoon.
0 for 2 today. Or not today, but
whenever Beamer wants to pull a fast one on us, we are 0 for 2. Yes. We have not figured it out yet. Good job, Beam. Well done, man. All right, Isaiah, who you got this week?
Well, being that we just had Heckma on there, I'm going to go ahead and say that the Bazooka, a.k.a. our Lion, goes ham on their Lions all day long. So I think Micah has a day, and we simply mollywop, mush, disrespect the Detroit Lions.
Yeah, well, last week wasn't fun because the science told me to pick a Cowboys loss, and unfortunately that was the case.
Right.
But I'm back, baby.
Oh.
The science tells me that the Cowboys will not only win this game, they will win it handily, and like you guys are saying, there is only one lion in this jungle. So Micah goes crazy. Dak might put up 3 tutties. Zeke goes off. Dalton gets involved. Cowboys 27-10.
Oh, that's right. I didn't say the score.
Yeah, what you want?
I'm going to go 34-13.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that was right around what I was thinking, too.
Tasty.
So, I mean, I love the science. I love the passion. But really, it comes down to National Geographic here, right?
Okay.
So we're going National Geographic. Tiger milk, right?
Yeah.
You got the tiger milk. I got the tiger milk shirt on. Tigers, Lions, Bears next week. Doesn't matter at all. Give me the Cowboys, baby. They're going to get it done.
Bars.
This Sunday, 32-13. I'm right around your
Bars.
score.
You sure you ain't from West Dallas with those bars?
Yes.
Yeah. He might be from West Dallas.
That does it for us here on Talking Cowboys, presented by Black Rifle Coffee. Hope you had some fun with us this week. We'll be here to break it down for you on Monday whenever things come to an end. Hope you have fun this weekend. Stay safe at AT&T Stadium and go cheer on the Dallas Cowboys. For Chris Beam, for Bobby in West Dallas, for Isaiah Stanback, Patrick No C. Walker, I'm Kyle Yeomans saying so long from Talking Cowboys. We'll see you on Monday.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?